Okay, witches. Can we talk about this doll right here for a minute? Let's talk about him. Okay, witches. We have to talk about this doll. I made this doll on Beltane this year. Well, I made it before Beltane, but on Beltane is when I actually possessed it with the spirit, okay? And the spirit that went into this doll is a male fairy. It wasn't really the type of fairy that I normally work with. So, yes, the types of fairies I normally work with are the types more associated with light and the air element. But when I was working on this doll, I got a very strong earth, like wild animal energy, almost like the horn god. Obviously I made him horned. And it felt very satyr-like Pan or something along those lines. I got a very strong energy of primal, wild energy, passion and lust energy, all of those things that you would associate with the god Pan and satyrs. I felt that when I was working with this fairy and creating this doll, and I wanted to work with that type of energy for this doll. So that is what I did when I created this. Let me show y'all his whole body. He's made with, these are tines from deer antlers, and the fur is rabbit fur. So that's him. And let me tell y'all what had happened with this doll now, okay? This doll, you guys, like I said, I created him, possessed him on Beltane. And I have not really worked with him since then. I sort of just had him sitting up there with my other spirit dolls. That's where I keep all my possessed spirit dolls, sitting up there on that shelf. I have a bunch of dolls, but my actual and spirited ones are usually up there. Unless I'm working with them for a spell or something, then I take them down, put them on my altar and all of that. So that's where I had him for this time period. Now, I've had a few encounters with his spirit while he's been sitting up there, but they've been very brief, and I've cut them short because I wasn't trying to work with him in that time period. So what had happened was, he has come to me when I am sleeping, or getting in the in-between state. So when I get in that in-between state, I'm sleeping awake, and I can have my visitations and all of that. He was coming to me in that state, but not really in it. I was really getting like the onset symptoms that I was going into that state. You might know it better as the sleep paralysis state. Those people who are magical and witchy and can lucid dream and things like that, the sleep paralysis state isn't really scary to us because we can use that state to communicate with spirits. That is how I use it, for those who don't know. So I started to feel that state coming on, and I would keep cutting it short because I didn't want to go into that state. I didn't want to, at the time period. That happened a few times. It would start coming on, but I would just cut it off and just go to sleep for real. Okay, so I know that that was the spirit trying to contact me. The few times that it has happened since I created him. Like I said, I cut it off, just went to sleep. Okay, so now let's talk about tonight, okay? Because it is like 1:30 a.m. right now when I woke up. It's probably like 2 by now because I got up and I made some tea and I did some few things before I sat down to record this. But I woke up in the middle of the night from the spirit, and let me get into that. Okay, I have to talk about this first. Put on a pause. So I've had a few encounters with the spirit before. I could feel myself start going into the sleep paralysis state. I would cut it off because I wasn't ready or wanting to work with him in that moment or that night, whatever, and I would just go to sleep. I would wake up a few hours later, like in the middle of the night, and I would just be extremely like heated. You know, my blood was pumping, you know what I mean? I would be aroused, just waking up like that in the middle of the night, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? But, you know, I would just sort of dismiss it and go back to sleep. That happened like 2 or 3 times, okay? So, now let's talk about tonight. So it's like 1:30 in the morning when I woke up from the spirit encounter. I had a full-on encounter with him tonight. So, let's just start from the beginning. Shit, I already told the story out of order. Okay, let me take it back a minute. When I was laying down, this is tonight, I went to bed early, and I started to feel the sleep paralysis that come over me, okay? And I was like, okay, you know, no, I don't really want to go into that tonight. I wasn't planning on it, I wasn't expecting it, but it just started happening. So I was like, you know, let's not do this tonight. However, it happened again as I was falling asleep, and then I started to feel a spirit come onto me sexually, like literally. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Y'all know I keep it around this channel. I started to feel this energy just trying to stick itself in me, okay? Just out of nowhere. I felt the sleep paralysis state, and I felt this male spirit energy just trying to stick himself inside me, and I was like, what the fuck? So I snapped myself out of the sleep paralysis state, and I heard giggling, like laughter. And I was like, okay, you know, no, I'm not gonna do this tonight. I didn't know what it was at first, and I was like, no, let's not do this. And I looked over there at my dolls, and I see my other doll. I felt her energy looming. If y'all seen her, she's the one that wears the red checkered dress, and she has half a mask on. I use that spirit for dark workings, and curse work and all of that. She's not always in the doll because I send her out to do stuff, but I felt her looming there, her presence in the doll. But if y'all saw, he stands in front of her. So I feel like it could have been his energy I was feeling all along, but I felt like it might have also been her, the one that was laughing about it, when I dismissed the experience. So after that encounter, I went ahead and I did go to sleep, and I fell asleep. And I woke up now, in the middle of the night, 1:30 a.m., 1:35 a.m. to be exact. But let me tell y'all the experience I woke up to, okay? So I woke up to a full-blown sexual experience with the spirit. He was giving me that D, okay, like I've never had it before. I mean, that doll fucked me good, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know I keep it real here. But I woke up and I was already physically engaged in it myself. Like I wanted it. I was into it myself physically. But my mind was like not there. Like I woke up and I was like, what is going on here? I was analyzing it and catching up to where my body was already engaged in this encounter. It's like my animal physical nature was separated from my consciousness and they had to catch up. That's the only way I can explain it. And I just woke up into this, okay? And it was good. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was some shit like I never had before, okay? I woke up and he was behind me, over the top of me. I was pressing against him and everything. Like it was for real. It was really good. But my mind was like, what is going on here? So I had to like look back over my body and I seen this spirit there and it was like a shadow being. Okay? And even then, like I could not stop my body from wanting this and interacting with it. But my mind was like, okay, this is creepy a little bit, you know, seeing the shadow entity there. Then as I began to focus on him, like I said, I could not stop my body at this point. Like I was just fully engaged and invested in this. I was not going to stop, okay? But my mind was like analyzing it at the same time and trying to understand what's happening. I was a little freaked out in my mind, but I could not stop my body, okay? So I was looking at him. I seen he was a shadow being. I kept engaging, but I was like, what is happening? As I focused more on him and trying to understand it, reaching out my psychic senses, then he took on more of a human-like appearance. But he did look off, okay? He looked very pale. He had really dark rings around his eyes with like red as well. But other than that, he just looked like a regular male person. Thin build, but muscular like this doll is. Maybe a little bit more on the thin side, to be honest. But very pale and like deathly pale looking, with those dark rings with red around his eyes. And, you know, I was like, okay, you know, he does look sort of human-like. I think I even verbally said that out loud. And then he sort of like slowed down in that moment and sort of realized that I was consciously here now. And it's almost like we started to have a conversation at that point. Like we sort of did stop or really slow down with the sexual stuff. And he was just sort of talking to me. I was like, okay. Because at first I did not know it was this doll when it was happening. So I was like, okay, what are you? What is going on here? I was like, as I was analyzing it, I was like, you know what? You're an incubus, aren't you? Because I've been feeling those other experiences previously that I told you about. Waking up with that sexual arousal, but like out of nowhere, just waking up like that. I wasn't even having any heated dreams or anything. Like I just literally woke up out of a blank sleep, fully sexually aroused. And I had always thought that there was something weird about that, but I was dismissing it because I just didn't want to delve into that. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. So I was like, I gotta put this on the back burner while I do all this other stuff, and then I'll analyze it later. But it really came into my, what am I trying to say? He really came at me strong tonight and just let me know what was up, okay? So I was looking at him, I was like, you're an incubus, aren't you? And he's like, yes. And as I was focusing more on him, it's like these layers of his illusion magic were being penetrated by my psychic probing and trying to understand it. So I seen him as a shadow first. I got through that layer. I seen him as this deathly pale man. And then I was still penetrating further even through that layer. And that's when I finally saw, I guess what would be like his more realistic form. He looked like a alien. I'm not gonna lie, he looked straight up like a green skinned, big red eyes, with the big black people, alien, reptilian type. He looked like a gray alien, like the shape of his body and how thin he was, but he was more green and scaled looking at the same time, like the reptilians look. And that is the final form that I saw him. I don't know if there was deeper layers from that. That's the final form that I saw him in, and that's what he stayed in the remainder of this encounter. So at that point, I still was like, you know, keep giving me that being visited so good, honey. Like, I do not care what you look like, okay? But at the same time, my mind was like, this is weird. So I still kept analyzing it, and I was like, you're an incubus, so what does that mean? Is this dangerous for us to be doing this? Are you draining my energy? What is going on with this? You know, I've heard a lot about incubus experiences with other witches and practitioners and stuff, and just normal people as well. So, I haven't really had much. I have had experiences with incubus and succubus before, and it is sex like no other, okay? That part's true and all that, and I knew that already, but I've never understood or analyzed what is really happening as far as what people say, you know, that they're draining your energy or stealing your energy and all of that. I've never had a conversation with one of these spirits. So that's what happened tonight. I finally got that conversation and the understanding that I've been wanting when it comes to that. So what he was telling me is that it's not how they portray it. Actually, it's an exchange of energy. So yes, these spirits do take some of your energy. They fuel themselves from it. But they're also giving you something in return. They're giving you energy. And let me tell you, when I woke up at 1:30 this morning, I'm fully awake. I'm fully energized. I have been feeling drained since this past weekend. Okay? I've been feeling really drained, just daily, throughout the entire day. I'm really tired and drained. But this spirit came to me last night, and I feel fully invigorated, like I have been charged with a bunch of energy. I feel healed as well. So there was an exchange of energy. I don't know what he took from me last night. I'm not aware because I don't feel it, but I do feel empowered. But what he was telling me is this. He said, listen, it's true. I'm taking some of your energy, but I'm getting something back, something that you need. And, you know, there is danger involved because then I asked him, you know, okay, what do you mean by that? Like, I got the feeling like these spirits take something from you every time they visit you, and it adds up. So what I asked was, okay, how many times can I have sex with you before it becomes dangerous? Because like I told y'all, I was fully invested in this relationship, okay? I liked it. I wasn't ready to get that deep, okay? So I was like, how many times can we do this before it becomes dangerous? He was like, listen, we can have sex 20 times before it becomes a danger to you, and you should not do it anymore. And I was like, okay. So my tally tonight was 1, and I'm going to keep my tally. I'm going to use that my 20 times, okay? Before I'm ready to pass this on to someone else. But that is what happened. That was conversation. After that, we continued our business. And then I fully came out of the sleep paralysis, okay? Like I said, at that point, it was like 1:35 a.m. And I just felt completely, fully alive and healed and empowered and awake and invigorated. All of the probably lethargy, and what I want to call it, just the exhaustion I've been having this week, completely gone. I just feel completely energized when I'm waking up. And just healed in the physical sense. So that was my experience. That was my encounter with him, and I'm kind of mad at myself for dismissing it the other times it was trying to happen previously, because that shit was good. Okay, now listen. I don't know all there is to know about incubus and succubus energies. I know when I've been involved with the succubus before, that spirit left me feeling drained when I woke up each day. Like, the exhaustion that this spirit healed me from, the succubus that I encountered before, it appeared like a hag in the dream state. I did feel completely and utterly exhausted and drained when I woke up from those encounters, and I quickly dismissed that spirit without trying to understand it or trying to have a conversation with it. I talked about this with somebody. Somebody did tell me that that could have been another witch taking on the night hag, succubus energy, and fucking me and stealing my energy. I couldn't stop it in that dream. Like, it was like I was being held down by an invisible force while she was on top of me as a hag. That was a terrifying dream. But I couldn't stop it in that one, and I couldn't react like I could with him. Like, I was physically into it, and I was moving and stuff as well. But so my point was saying that is, disclaimer, I'm not telling you to go out there and seek relationships with these type of spirits. I do think that some of them are dangerous. I said that really fucking weird. I do think that some of them are very dangerous. Why am I saying it like that? I do think that some of these spirits are very dangerous. So, you know, be careful if you're going to be seeking this out. Like I said, I thought I was possessing this spirit doll with a fairy spirit. And when I did go to bed last night, I was wanting something with this fairy to happen, because I did hang up my fairy talisman over here on the wall, this tack right here. And I sort of hang my talismans when certain talismans there when I want those energies to be with me when I'm sleeping. I know some people could just put it under their pillow. I have had more effect when I hang it above my bed. And I think that's tied into what I sort of had touched on before. I feel like whenever my spirit leaves my body, it floats above my bed, above my body a little bit. When I'm in these sleep paralysis states and having these spirit encounters. So to me, I feel like I'm hanging the talisman at that level where my body's floating at, or my spirit's floating at. It's more closer to me than if I had it under my pillow where my physical body is. Okay, that's just a tidbit. I don't know why I threw that in here, but I did hang out my fairy talisman there. Usually I've been having this one hanging there for the lucky celestial energies. But last night I hung up my fairy talisman there, and it really did draw in this energy. So I'm still a little bit confused about that. I very much felt that satyr pan-like fairy vibe when I was creating and possessing this doll. But in the encounter last night, it was like, you know, he straight up told me that yes, he is an incubus spirit. So I don't know exactly what that means. At the same time too though, I do think that a lot of this stuff just crosses over and meshes together. Like, I think there is this type of thing called a fairy lover. In certain folklores, it's very similar to an incubus, but it's a fairy version of it. So maybe that's what this spirit really is, I don't know, but he did come to me. He did have a very passionate sex, and I feel completely empowered from it and healed from it. So I had to come on here and share that, you guys. You know, I had to give you the tea on this. Like I said, I haven't been on here doing new videos for a minute, so I had to come on here and just talk about this. So if I'm able to have more dialogue with him and figure out more information, I will share that as well in another update about this. But I just wanted to come on and share that because I thought it was very interesting. And because I will also be selling him. One more thing. I did wake up and I saw like a huge, like big spider like on the bed right beside me, like a huge black spider just silhouetted on my bed, and I was like, what the hell? And as I focused on it, it was like it vanished, but then it came back, but then it vanished again, and I was like, what is happening? I quickly got my phone and turned the flashlight on, and it was like there was nothing there. I think that was some sort of spiritual manifestation of this entity as well. If you do want to buy this doll, be aware that you might see something like that. It did scare me. Like, it startled me. Like, I jumped back. I thought that was like legitimately a spider on my bed. But once I saw it fading in and out of reality and my view, I was like, okay, this is a spiritual encounter. It's not a real spider. I'm more scared of an actual spider being on my bed than I would be of a spirit one. So just be aware that something like that might happen if you purchase this doll. But basically, that's it for this encounter, this experience. And like I said, I will share more if more comes out. And that doll really did give me